Hey guys, this is Disturbed. I said I'm going to do another video like this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I just recently started this. What I'm doing is farming the fishing exploits that I have. There's 4 of them, where you can get 4 of the big fish, like largemouth, smallmouth, your salmon, and your steelhead. Um, right now, I'm about to do a drop to show you how much money that you can make off this route. And I didn't time it because there was no need to, because you never know what you're going to come across, either griefers or ambushes or whatever. But you can see I have a considerable amount of fish. I have $991 now. I hate it when my character does that. But and also, if you come across an ambush, if you want to, I mean, yeah, you can farm XP at the same time. Griefers, I really don't mess with because I'm in the middle of making money. I just ain't got time for them, unless they piss me off extremely. But usually I just sit there and man, I ain't got time for you, and I'll go to another session, and it'll put me in the same spot. Not to mention with all this farming, you get rewards and extra XP, and like I think I got a hunting belt buckle. And I had broke some fish down, got some fillets, and sold a couple of those. And as you can see, I got $1,124. Alright, so I'm going to show you the first place I go to. And some of this video is going to be fast tracking, so I won't be on this video too long, because I really don't like to have my videos that long. Alright, so on the first location, I'm at Rhodes right now. You want to go up here to this Ringnet Creek right there, and since it's not that far, I'll go ahead and ride. You're going to need a turkey for this one. Usually you can find a turkey on the way. On this take I didn't, so I had to actually go look for one. Of course, I'm going to fast forward through all that crap until I get to the turkey. So let's do that now. Also, I want to apologize for this humming noise that's coming through my mic. I obviously probably need to get a new mic. Just gonna have to wait. Of course, I got my turkey. And this is going to be the location that you're going to get your smallmouth bass. I just recently saw this video on this. It's actually a pretty cool exploit. So I'm going to run to the location I need to. I had to look at the map again because I realized I really wasn't at the spot, which happens to me quite a bit. So I had to look at the map again to see exactly where to go, and of course I was in the wrong spot and had to run down the creek. Alright, so you kind of come right this area right here where you see a little ditch coming out. This guy who did the video was getting so detailed on where to walk, how many paces to walk, talking about letting the turkey float down to the rock and letting it sit on the rock. You don't have to do all that. Just throw your damn turkey right there where I threw it. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your fishing rod out. And whether you got a lake lure or worms, the only thing that spawns in this creek is smallmouth bass. So, and you don't have to grip the fishing rod either. Just let it sit there in the water. So if you needed to, you know, go take a break, do something around the house or whatever, as long as nobody comes up and starts stealing your fish, you should be fine. But yeah, this is actually it's pretty cool because what they'll do is they'll spawn. And then when you use your eagle eye, you'll see that they'll start dying up on the shore, and some of them will float down the creek, so you need to watch out for that, and they'll be all the way down there. And as you see, I used my eagle eye and saw some items up there blinking, which is my smallmouth bass. So we're going to fast forward, and I'm going to start picking up my fish. So I'm picking up my smallmouth bass. You can see it's all the way down the creek. You don't have to worry about your turkey disappearing, especially the ones up there a little bit further down. I was a little worried about that, but it didn't disappear. Alright, so now I should just about have my my 10. I did break some down and make fillets so I could pick up some more, because you can either keep those or sell them, which of course will give you more money. So now we're going to go ahead and fast track to my next location. Alright, so the next location is going to be out there at the Dakota River, from the original video that I did with the salmon exploit. So I don't know why I put the cursor there. I must have been having a brain fart. But I'll show you exactly where you need to go for that one. Right there. And you're going to need a deer for this one. And usually you should be able to find a deer on your way. I go with a deer. Other people use other kind of animals. I go with a deer because it just works every time. And like I said, time is money with me, so I need to go with the one I think is going to work. Usually deer will spawn right there at the spot I need to go to, but of course on this take they didn't. I found a pronghorn, which is fine. I believe it's in a deer family, so it'll work just as good. So we're gonna fast track to the location. Just take our pronghorn off. Drop it right where I drop it. Sometimes you gotta kind of play with this area a little bit. Some people have different methods. And of course I do too, so I'm going to show you exactly on the map where to set it. But right where I'm at is where you want to be. And of course you see my fish gathering up. And once I pick these fish up, if I have a little bit of salmon left, I'll go up the river a little bit and fish next to the waterfall. And another thing, also on this one, you get the perch, which you don't on. There's another location we're going to be going to next where you don't get that fish. So that's extra money right there, and it adds up. So that's a plus. All right, so now I'm up the river next to the waterfall, getting the rest of my salmon. And once I have my 10 salmon, we're going to go on to the next location. Alright, so the next location is going to be to your left, over near the tall trees area. Right there. And it's a good distance, so on this one, I'm going to go to another session, go to West Elizabeth, and hopefully it will spawn me close to where I need to go. That way it saves time. Alright, so we're in the next session. I want to check. And it spawned me pretty close. And my camp's there, which is awesome. So let's go on to that spot. Alright, for this one, you're going to need a turkey. And usually you can find one on the way. And just be careful because you got wolves, you got bears around this area. And that will kind of mess you up if you get caught by one of them. If you're near water, just run out to the water because they can't get you there. Thank God. Alright, so you're going to come out this area over here next to the broken dock. Another thing I need to mention, this is where you're going to get your largemouth bass at. And you're going to get extra small fish. The red fin, crockle, I don't know what the frick you call it. But you're going to come over here. See those little white rocks right there to my right? Just throw it right there. Then I'm going to come over here and jump on the rock. And this is another area that you can play with. And like again, people's got their own little methods. And see the fish coming in. And also on this one, just like I do the salmon, when I have a certain amount of fish and I know I've got a little bit of largemouth caught, I'm going to go to another area and start fishing for the rest of the largemouth, so I'm not taking that long. Also, that house over there, every time you spawn in there, you can go in there and get coffee, and there's a bottle of bourbon or wild turkey, I don't know, but yeah, you can get those and stock up on them. It's got cigarettes in there, but I don't get those. Alright, so now I'm fast tracking, getting my last largemouth bass. Gonna check. I got my 10. It's time to go to the next location. Alright, so one of the good things about this location is a fast travel route up the road. We have to go to Tumbleweed, so that's quite far. I'm not riding all that way. People don't like to spend money. You're still making a profit. I think it cost $4 or $6 to go to Tumbleweed. And this is the location where you're going to get your steelhead. Alright, so now that we're in Tumbleweed, we're going to go ahead and look at the map. Put a waypoint on our little shack right there next to the water. And we're going to ride out there. A lot of times I'll put it on a cinematic on the first part and then cut through all that land to get to the location. Just watch out for the wolves, because wolves are around. Alright, so now we've arrived at our shack. What you're going to do is you're going to get off your horse. Going to run up to this barrel with the boards on it. Run away towards this way. Usually you only do this once, but sometimes when I get into another session I'll do it again. And what I'll do is I'll run to get a little bit of time, because I don't want to run up there right when they're spawning. I'll sit here and wait. And put my eagle eye on, make sure they didn't spawn already. Sometimes you get there too quick, one will spawn, and then more is coming, but you gotta get back over that shack and wait for a second. Alright, so look, check my eagle eye, see that there's some that spawned. And sometimes you gotta really check this area. Like on the other side of the fence, really good. And I believe I either got 2 or 3. And your steelhead and your salmon is going to be $2.50. Your largemouth and your smallmouth is going to be $2. Any other little fish, usually about $1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another session to save on time. If you go to another session, you see another player over there, just go to another session. Because for some reason they act like this is the only exploit in the whole game, and they will blow your head off. And like I said, I don't have time for that. Alright, so now I'm in another session. There's no players around. Run to that spot. I'm trying to take my time going to that spot. I think I went to the well, I think I did go ahead and check it real quick. And of course there wasn't no fish. So I'm going to go back to my shack and wait for a second. What I should have done is just went straight to the darn shack. Sometimes they're there, but And sometimes I do run straight to the shack and just wait for a second. Just make sure all of them spawned. Alright, so I checked my eagle eye and I saw there was one over here. And that's all that was over here is one. I probably should have waited a little bit longer for more to spawn. And sometimes I'll do this. I'll go ahead and run again to that same area. And then I'll run back and get on top of my little shack again. And wait for a second. Alright, so this time I checked and I didn't have any more fish, which rarely happens, but I didn't have time for it, so I just went to another session. Alright, so I'm in another session. Do what I usually do. I went ahead and went to the shack. And this one, it didn't take too long. I already had some fish over there. So I went ahead and picked them up, and I do believe I got 3 or 4. I believe I got 3. And luckily, actually in this video I didn't have any players where I had to leave the session or anything, so it worked out pretty well. This exploit really would change in sessions. It really doesn't take that long. Alright, so I went ahead and fast tracked, and I got my 10 still ahead. I went ahead and changed sessions because there's too many people in Tumblewood or Tumbleweed. And I went ahead and went to West Elizabeth and spawned close to Strawberry so I can go and do my drop. And we'll see how much money we got. Alright, so we're at the butcher. And we're starting out at $1,117. Let's see what we got. I've been doing this for the last couple of days because my sleeping schedule has been screwed up, and I've been getting up in the middle of the night and doing this before I go to work while everything's quiet and everybody's sleeping. Y'all need to take advantage of this while you can, because there's rumors going around they're gonna fix this. So you know how the money situation is in this game. I told my guys, I said, y'all need to take advantage of these exploits while they're out. I talked to a friend the other day, he had 7,000. I was like, well, you don't really need to do this then. So, I think we don't have my glasses on. I think we ended up at 12:45. Not bad. Alright guys, well I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all put a like down. Y'all haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later.